is a John Wall Street Sports Business Brief. I'm Corey Leff. The NBA has a robust social media presence with 35 million Instagram followers, 3.8 million fans on TikTok, and several exclusive Snapchat shows. But with viewership amongst its core audience, 18 to 34-year-olds, down 11% season to date and almost 50% since 2010, Commissioner Adam Silver has acknowledged that the league, ESPN, and its partners at AT&T and Warner Media have yet to figure out how to navigate the new media landscape. The task at hand is conditioning a new generation of fans that 8 p.m. on a Tuesday is 8 p.m. on a Tuesday. Millennials and Gen Zs want to watch content on demand, but sporting events require appointment viewing. Once they go final, there's little reason to watch. Silver believes that the NBA can restore the demographic balance with a buy-on-the-fly model that will enable fans to access the league's most exciting games while they're in progress. The NBA's fan-friendly approach to social media has helped both the league and its players gain global exposure, which is why Major League Baseball just announced it would allow its stars to share in-game highlights. But it's important to remember that being popular doesn't equal demand. Only a percentage of those who have measurable interest in a product will end up buying, or in this case, tuning in. Social media reaches a broad audience, many of whom are passive fans without the level of interest necessary to ever tune in to a live game or make a purchase. The predominant theory has always been that if pro sports leagues were to provide snackable content, highlights, that ultimately fans would end up consuming meals, complete games. But with a large portion of the 18 to 34 demo opposed to paying for cable services, it's worth wondering if the strategy needs to be revamped. I don't think that it needs to be. I believe you can recondition a segment of the audience, in this case millennials and Gen Zs, to watch full games. But you have to speak to them in a language that they're going to understand. You can't give them your grandfather's product and expect them to tune in. In the early 2000s, fantasy sports and access to out-of-market games are what brought greater interest to live game viewership. Now you have AR, VR, legalized sports betting, and the customized broadcast elements that have made esports viewership so successful. It's an entirely new set of tools that you can use to attract the millennial and Gen Z fan. The league's social media strategy has allowed it to capture the hearts and minds of young people. The average NBA fan is just 42 years old, and only MLS has a younger fan base. But its supply in terms of game content and demand amongst fans 18 to 34 simply aren't aligned right now. Silver says the key to creating that balance is to eliminate transactional friction. But with Disney and Warner Media paying the league $24 billion over 9 years, one can understand why they would have concerns about micropayments. That said, there's really no reason for the league's existing broadcast partners to feel threatened. Micropayments are additive. They offer those fans uninterested in committing to a full game with a value prop that makes sense for them. They're really two different products targeting two different types of fans. It's possible, if not likely, the millennial and Gen Z fan is actively engaged with the league on social, watching highlights and following league drama, but only interested in tuning in for the occasional fourth quarter of a close game. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. At least they care. It's apathy that kills pro sports leagues. So whether fans are watching a game because they care about a team, the player drama, someone on their fantasy roster, or a bet on the game, all that really matters from the league's point of view is that they're engaged. If you're looking for more sports business news, sign up for our free daily email newsletter at johnwallstreet.com and follow us on Twitter at HowieLongshort. Remember, John Wall Street's sports business briefs are released Monday and Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on John Wall Street's YouTube channel.